or send an SMS to 555. One Africa TV, it just gets better. Today on One, Always There. Today on One, your daily dose of local affairs and social media commentary. Today on One, Okahandja governor delivers on land in Okahandja. IOL accused of overcharging students. Armed robbers caught in the act. And 5-year-old discovers hobby during lockdown.
The governor of Okahandja region commenced with the surveying process of land in Okahandja last week. This comes after the region acquired over $500,000 in funds from the central government for its program that is aimed at accelerating land delivery while according title deeds to those that already occupy land in the various informal settlements of the town. Over the course of last week, hundreds kept turning up on the west side of Okahandja to clear land with the hope that they can one day call it their own. Okahandja Governor James Uwerukwa and the Okahandja municipality addressed the crowds in the various settlements, urging the inhabitants to be patient as there are over 300 plots that will be allocated to low-income earners starting in Ekunde.
So we start from Ekunde number 5 and then we move on in accordance with every settlement accordingly. We have received a commitment from the Ministry of Urban and Rural Development for 530,000 Namibian dollars. That is to commence the survey process, because that land was actually, in terms of planning, it was done already, but now what was pending was the issue of servicing. So as we said before already, and it's a program that we committed to, the government-driven program is to provide land and actually to ensure flexible land tenure system. And that's why at least we said that all those who are busy cleaning and whatever, it's good that we talk to one another. What they are doing is that everybody is expressing that we want land. That's all what the people want. And we have to give land. But for us to give land, it has to be done in an orderly manner. That's what I said the other day, and that's what I will keep saying. It has to be done in an orderly manner. We're at a point of allocating tenure to those that have occupied land. For example, when you look at our left here, we have what we call schedule number 2. With schedule number 2, you will find people who are there, who have occupied land. They stay there for 10 years, some of them 5 years, some of them 4 years. But they don't have ownership. Now, how do you stay in land in your own republic and you don't have ownership of that very land? So we said we are going to introduce a system of giving land rights as far as that of schedule number 2 is concerned. And not only there, it's very, very important as a Namibian, wherever you stay, irrespective of the structure that you have, irrespective of whatever, you must have ownership. Ownership is very important. So to all of you who are busy working here as well at Ekunde number 5, we are now, as we are saying, you will get your land.
The community of Okahandja elected committee members that represent their interests and have compiled a list of those that are in need of land. However, some of the residents that claim to be already listed were not so pleased to hear that they might have to go register again at the municipal office.
Yeah, we write in the book and we get the yellow card which is having the number. Even that man said, if you are having that yellow card, you are having the number, you are going to get the help. That's why we go and register ourselves. Now they're telling us we must go and register tomorrow. I don't understand what is going on. We really need a rent, serious.
What must happen here is the municipalities must tell us the proper procedure and the criteria how the people will be selected to get the events, to categorize, to see which level of people, how much is the event going to cost. Clear cut. They must not come and talk things that is not on paper.
The committee members assured the residents that their names are already on the list and that they will get the land.
I have a list from the community, the whole areas, 5-6 years ago. what we make for the people who is landless. I believe before one, like the governor says, we will give in our list, and those people who is on the big list will get the land legally.
Werukwa further emphasized that this is part of government's efforts in meeting the demand for land at local authorities. The process already kicked off in Khomas recently and will soon transform settlements in other regions as well.
With trusted quality and great value on all Clicks brand products, switch and save. Buy any 3 Clicks skincare collection facial products, cheapest one free. Buy any 3 packs of Clicks Skin Essentials facial wipes, cheapest one free. And buy any 3 packs of Clicks facial tissues, cheapest one free. Or buy any 3 Clicks Made for Baby toiletries, cheapest one free. Clicks, feel good, pay less.
Students from the Institute of Open Learning IOL are accusing the institution for overcharging tuition fees. The students are doing a 3-year course but claim that they are being forced to pay tuition fees for 6 years. The students approached today on One to tell their heartbreaking story. They have registered in 2014 for a 3-year course, and according to them, the contract they have signed was not explained to them properly. And now they have been paying fees for the past 6 years.
I registered with IOL in 2014 for the course of 3 years. So when the marketer registered us, he did not explain to us that the deduction is going to take like 6 years, but the course is for 3 years. So after that, when the contract comes out, it's when we find out that we are going to be deducted for 6 years. And after that, you cannot even cancel the contract anymore, because they say the contract you can only cancel it within 3 working days. But within 3 working days, for me, it's not enough for me to understand the contract. When I go to the office to confront them about the deduction, it's when I heard that IOL and Trasco Finance, they are 2 different entities. So if you have a money problem or money issues, so you must go to Trasco Finance. But from the beginning, no one will tell you that.
Another IOL student who's attending classes in the northern part of Namibia also traveled to Windhoek to tell her story. According to her, there is an IOL marketer at the northern branch who has been threatening to kill her after she was moved to the final year and is unable to pay the tuition fee.
On 2018, I received a call from the marketer, Nicanor. He called me and said, "No, can you please come here? We are pushing you to the 3rd year." And then I asked myself, like, how are you going to push me to the 3rd year if I still have modules behind? Because at your school, I don't pass. And then he said, "No, don't worry. Those modules, we are going to push them to the 3rd year." And then I said, "Okay, I will think about it. I'll come, but I don't want to make myself to be loaded." Then he kept on calling me and said, "No, please come, because the promotion is ending. You need to come here. There are even phones. They are giving phones." Then he started questioning them that you were supposed to give me time to read the documents, but what you did was just instructing me to sign the document. Then we started doing a follow-up. When we come to the office, what the IOL does, it's a very, very big turn-off to the student. After the marketer did what he wanted, he doesn't care with you anymore. Even if you have problems, he will just look at you like a dog. And then we went to these other guys at IOL, it was just all in vain. We couldn't get help. Even that man Jimmy, we were in the office of IOL, he started shouting, talking, and he wants to get it physically with me now. After I explained to him that I lost a job and I'm a mother, I can't afford to pay 2,000. The first contract that I signed for 800, it's better I can struggle because I signed it already. But this contract that you aid on me, I really can't, because I lost my job. I'm no more working. And now I've been trying to pay the guy just from 2018-19, because it was in October 19, the whole year. I've been struggling to pay him 2 times. I went to IOL, the CEO of IOL. It's when they explained to me that there are 2 different institutions, Trasco Finance and then IOL. But in the documents, there's nothing such things like that. And since 2015 up to now, they are deducting us. The course is supposed to be for 3 years, but then they are still deducting you for 6 years. And then the story of a marketer, just trying to get a commission, but you don't care with your clients. And then in the end, it's going to hate us. Like this guy, if I have to show you the message in my phone, I still kept them. He's threatening to kill me. He's threatening to do anything to me. Right now, there's a case of threat, and like he wants to take my life. And as for me, I can't afford, I'm just nobody, I'm not working. I can't afford to pay 2,000, to be honest.
Trasco Communications Officer Neville Passon, in response to these allegations, said that with 55,000 students countrywide, it is extremely difficult to respond on hearsay information. He noted that the company prides itself on a healthy track record of client service towards students countrywide. Passon further noted that unless the detailed context is provided to them, they will for now consider these allegations as unfounded.
Hey, it's a jungle out there. Luckily, there's a new Vita Kid syrup, the great tasting raspberry flavored immune booster and multivitamin that helps restore and maintain youngsters' healthy immune systems. Vita Kid syrup also contains Ganoderma lucidum, a special mushroom that further helps boost your immunity. Vita Kid syrup, now available at all leading pharmacies countrywide. A proud FabuFarm product.
Just what we need.
Moms, also try the Vita Kids multivitamin drops and multivitamin drops with iron.
The Windhoek City Police intercepted 4 male suspected armed robbers on Friday just as they were about to move in on their target.
Bring me one of them.
According to Windhoek City Police Superintendent Jerry Shikesho, the 4 male suspects pretended to be customers depositing money inside a local bank. Suspicion grew when the same suspects appeared in the same bank more than once. Police say these kinds of robbers mostly target contract workers since they usually deposit or withdraw large sums of money.
The contract workers, normally they go to the bank and withdraw a lot of money so that they can go and pay people at the site. This is exactly where these guys are benefiting. So we are advising them the best way is to use bank accounts to transfer the money from the main account then to the individual bank account. Encourage your workers to open up bank accounts or post office, wherever it is, so that you can transfer the money instead of carrying cash.
The suspects traveled in a blue hatchback getaway vehicle with fake registration. Upon arrest, the police found knives, machetes, stones, several disguises, along with the vehicle's legitimate license registration discs and number plates. To the untrained eye, it is hard to tell criminals from law-abiding citizens. But according to police, there are ways to spot them.
These are guys who are following people from the banks. So normally what they do, they place one person in the bank, just observing as to who that person withdrawing a large amount of money. Then they will follow that person in the car. They will go up to a certain area before they strike. Check the vehicles behind you. If you see the vehicle is driving behind you, for a long distance, for 3 kilometers, 4 kilometers, then obviously you should be suspicious.
The 50-year-old driver of the blue hatchback is said to have several cases against him and therefore has a slim chance of getting out of police custody. The other suspects might get bail depending on who's leading the investigation, added Shikesho.
Scared of the cold? Don't let colds and flu get you down. Protect yourself with the all-new MVA Immune Booster from Fabufarm. A powerful daily food supplement with just the right balance of vitamins and minerals to help you strengthen your immune system. Fabufarm's MVA Immune Booster is made in accordance with COVID-19 guidelines and offers value for money with a full 30-day dosage. Fabufarm's MVA Immune Booster, now available at all leading pharmacies countrywide.
Did you know Fabufarm's MVA Immune Booster can be claimed from medical aids subject to fund rules and exclusions?
Five-year-old Emilia Shilongo, residing in Walvis Bay, has been using her free time at home to help her mom make traditional beadworks since she does not go to school anymore. For almost 5 months now, schools in the coastal town of Walvis Bay have been put under lockdown due to regulations set in place by the head of state, Hage Geingob, to help curb the further spread of the COVID-19 virus. Emilia Shilongo, a 5-year-old girl, has therefore taken up a hobby by making traditional beadworks with her mom as she no longer attends school. Emilia's mother, Lena Velem, was surprised when she returned home one day from collecting seashells to find that Emilia was busy making her own designs with beads. Lena added that Emilia never seemed keen on making beadworks as she spent most of her time watching television and playing.
I work with my 5-year-old girl. She does it well and without complaining. She actually enjoys it. I used to leave her home in the morning when I went to collect shells at Langstrand. I recently found her making the beads. I see that my 8 and 12-year-old boys are also finding the interest in doing it now. I've been doing beads part-time since 2000, but now I do it full-time. This is where we get our bread from. The only challenge is getting a machine to round off the beads. I'm hoping for any good Samaritan to help me buy a machine.
The beads are popular among communities in the north as people order them for traditional functions such as weddings. Liena said that currently the family is working hard at making many designs for the upcoming August and December weddings.
talk about the coronavirus outbreak here in Africa. How do you get people to regularly wash their hands when water is scarce? How do you get people to work from home when majority of Africans work in the informal sector?
People are dying and suffering.
More importantly, how do you get a vibrant and dynamic continent to stop in its tracks? Welcome to The Breakdown, BBC Africa's COVID-19 special program, helping you make sense of the crisis.
In other leading stories, the lockdown in April saw a significant drop in business registrations at the Business and Intellectual Property Authority. Whereas BIPA normally registers more than 1,000 businesses a month, the months of April and May 2020 saw only 133 and 261 registrations respectively. However, the picture turned rosier in June 2020 when 1,064 businesses were registered. This, however, stands in contrast to the 1,458 businesses that were registered in July last year. For the period 1st July 2019 to 30 June 2020, BIPA registered 11,691 businesses, the bulk being CCs and defensive names. During lockdown, the authority was forced to roll out its online services despite the platform not being fully functional. This was done to assist clients to continue submitting applications even if they were not able to leave their homes. From April to July 2020, the authority processed 2,217 applications that were received directly to its offices and 135 which was received online. This is a total of 2,352 applications that were processed from the 11,970 that were submitted. The backlog was caused by numerous system errors and power outages, which hampered the authority's ability to attend to applications and queries in a timely manner. This led to BIPA announcing a 3-week delay in its processing in July. The public is advised that BIPA is now in the process of transferring 175,106 physical files for CCs, PTYs, Section 21s and foreign companies to its electronic system. Having all data and documents available electronically will, once the project is complete, significantly reduce turnaround times for service delivery.
Welcome to Comments Corner, your daily dose of local comments from the hottest social media pages. Up to 100 investors that lost money to local forex trader Michael Amushelelo held a peaceful demonstration and gave the Bank of Namibia 21 days to return their funds instead of forfeiting it to the state coffers. Manuel questioned how the central bank can forfeit the funds of the investors to the state. He said the bank should pay the investors and forfeit Amushelelo's assets instead. Popsy said the central bank is well aware that the investors are the rightful owners of the funds and was probably not expecting them to come and claim. Safe said these are hard times to get money back. Sendu said the bank should drop the charges against the accused, as banks also take part in such tradings. Gerson said the money should be paid back at once. Because the Windhoek City Police are always on the front line maintaining law and order while risking their lives, especially during times of COVID-19, the Eternal Life Worship City saw the need to donate over 200 face masks to the city police. SS said the health workers also deserve face masks for their role as frontline workers. Impactors said this was a great move by the church. Shetu said donating face masks will not put the church leader in favor with the police when he breaks the law. Shikesho said the church should also make donations of masks at informal settlements. While Christian said as a man of God he does not need publicity. And that is all from Comments Corner. Be sure to post your comments on our social media pages for broadcast every day only on Today and One.
Hello Namibia, my name is Adora and welcome to a brand new edition of the cool new show called The Ain't Like a Van. On this show we get to know who our artists really are, behind the scenes, and what inspires them, what keeps them going, what makes them tick. What are some of your favorite sounds?
Trap music, hip-hop.
Yeah, okay.
Hip-hop, Afro dancehall.
We came from a background whereby we were raised by our grannies. So it's not the shameful thing for me to do, because we used to sell and we would walk from Bambolokasi to Okuriangala.
Walla Namibia, this is your boy Tulisan. Don't forget to watch the Ain't Like a Vibe TV show on One Africa Television.
One day we went to I think it's the opening of Oshakati Stadium. Then I was a lead singer there. Then this DJ Remind came to me. I was like, "Hi, don't you want to be a solo artist?" I said, "What is solo?"
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is DJ Siam Bramas Kwampiri Perez Kampuka Pleasure Returning from the Mighty region.
Happy Friday, what's up? It's Friday, happy Friday.
Abdallah is joining us in the hot seat.
She said it right. She said it right. She said it right.
Welcome to the tribe.
Thank you so much.
Hi to Hola Namibia. Welcome to the tribe on One Africa TV. My name is Shay the Goddess, and I keep you company every Friday along with some of Namibia's biggest artists right here on this platform.
A look at the weather forecast. First, an advisory from the Windhoek Met Office. Cold conditions will set in the south on Wednesday, so please do take the necessary precautions. The Namibia interior partly cloudy and mild to warm but hot in the north. The coast partly cloudy and cold to mild with fog patches at places, and the wind moderate to fresh southerly to southwesterly. Now a look at minimum and maximum temperatures across the country and beyond.
BBC World News, the biggest African